Hey everybody, it's Gypsy. First I gotta tell you about this funny phone call I just got. It was a voicemail. I must have missed the call somehow, but it was hysterical. They don't tell me what company they are, who they are, or whatever. They just start saying that my account's past due, and if I don't call them and send money, they're gonna disconnect my service. For what? I live off grid. The only thing I have is my phone, my cell phone, which we have a family plan, and it comes out automatically, so I know the bill's paid. It's like, what, are you gonna come take my propane tank? What? My sun panels? Why would you disconnect that? They're all paid for. Yeah, I mean, it was hysterical. I mean, it's like, they don't know who they're calling. This girl lives off grid. What are you gonna disconnect? Bunch of scammers out there. Be careful, everyone. Oh, it's awful. Anyways, today the high is 103 in central New Mexico in the high desert. Right now it's 6 p.m. and it's dropped down to a frigid 101. That's why I look like I do. And yeah, it's awful. I turned the air conditioning off really quick because it's very noisy, so I could do this. Anyways, today's video is about the herb garden. I got that going. My seeds for my fall garden are on the way, so I have to hurry up. I have to get more pallets and make raised beds for that. So that's where we are with this. Stay tuned, and it's coming up. Showing my herb garden, and you guys know I can't control myself, especially with herbs. There will be more going in there. I just can't help it. It's an addiction. But anyways, my friend isn't feeling good, so I made dinner for both of us today. And you had farm fresh, free range, grass-fed beef with my homegrown fresh herbs, and oh my god, it was good. Anyways, and I'm sorry if I offended any vegans out there. Stay tuned for the herb garden. It's the first garden to go in, the first really major thing. Oh, and I did cement in the ground post for my laundry drying carousel. So yeah, I had a busy morning before it got too hot, and then the afternoon you can't do a damn thing. Not outside, just too hot. So there we go. Now what I've done next for my raised herb garden bed is, I don't know if you can see them, but I punched holes in the bottom for drainage. Let me see. There's one of them. So I did that throughout. The next thing I'm thinking about doing, because these sides, the sun's in my way, I think you can see it, are only 5 inches. Now that's good for most of my herbs, but I think for my rosemary, and especially my lavender, it's not going to be deep enough. And I'm thinking, unless I keep my other herbs in here and find something else for those 2 plants. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. So, and I do want to make a frame to cover this. I think what I'm going to do is make a frame to go over this. I'm going to get cattle guard and bend it over the frame and fasten it to that. And then I'm going to fasten the screening to that, to the cattle guard. And then in the cooler weather, I'm going to put the gardening plastic on top to make a greenhouse effect. So that's the plan right now. I'll show you how I do it. So that's it for this right now. So everybody, I just want to show you how beautiful my yard looks at night. These are the solar lights I have. No, yeah. We were trying to figure out that little dot floating around, if it was an orb. Yeah, even the spirit realm didn't know if it was one of them. Okay, wait a minute. So we're trying to figure this out. Now it's going where the camera goes. So yeah, it must be a reflection. You were trying to figure out, because nobody knew, not even the other side knew. But since it's following the camera, Yeah, it's a reflection from the lights. And that's how you reason that out. So anyways, I just wanted to show off my yard. It's so beautiful. I'm sitting here enjoying it. So everybody, my assistant and I over there have been very busy this morning. The first thing we did was set the ground stake for my laundry carousel, and I can get on with laundry. I'm behind. So what I'm doing this morning is carrying on with my raised herb flower bed. So what I've decided to do is keep this the depth it is, and I'm going to make a separate one for my lavender. I'm going to make a raised bed. It's going to be much taller just for my lavender. This is going to be my smaller herbs. I doubt this wood is going to last, I don't know, too long, especially, well, Sirius over there, he was just chewing on it. But anyways, I'm going to carry on with that plan, and this way I can get even more herbs in here. So I'm really excited about that. So, like I said previously, I punched holes in the bottom of this, and now I've cut up cardboard and I've laid it in here. My next step is I'm going to mix up my soil. I got soil. Oops, sorry about that. There was a fly on my finger. I got soil. I got cow manure, and right now that's all I have to mix up on it. But I'm going to mix that up in a pile over here, and then I'm going to put it in here and then plant my herbs. I do the cover for this. I want trying to figure out how I can do it. I wanted to do it to keep pests out from eating my plants, but also so that I can access my plants. So when I went to the store to get this stuff yesterday, I became terribly ill and I couldn't think straight and stuff. So this I'm just going to have to cover, just throwing it over right now until I can get back down, and I think I'm going to go with PVC piping and use that as a support for the cover. And so that's where I am now. Okay, so I got my soil mixture in here. I'm leaving a couple inches from the top because when I transplant my plants in here, you know, they've got soil around the root ball, so it does take up room. So I'm leaving a little bit of room for right now. I'm going to wet this soil down, let it soak in. Not easy because I still don't have a water system set up. I have to keep fetching water, which is a few miles away. But I did find two 250-gallon water totes I'm going to purchase. Unfortunately, the people are out of town this week, so I'm going to get those next week. I'm going to stack them up on wood pallets. It'll take me about 6 wood pallets a piece to get my totes to the right height that I want them. And then I'm going to set up an irrigation system. There will be one right here in my garden area to water my garden. And then I'm going to put another water tote back by the trailer so that I have that for, domestic or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to wet this down, let it soak in, and then I'm going to put some plants in here. Still going to be a lot of room in here, which is good because I do have a lot of, I have my peppermint, I've got my thyme and stuff that's spread. So, and I will be, I can't control myself, so there will be new herbs in here. So stay tuned. Okay, so I got my plants in. This end here is my Mediterranean plants. I have my oregano in here, my basil. This basil is from the beginning of the season. It's starting to die out, but I've been taking, propagations from it, and it's working really well, and more coming. My garlic chives for my brother, and I have my rosemary over here, common sage or garden sage over here. My peppermint is back there, sweet mint, lemon thyme, and common thyme, regular thyme, is right there. So I've watered them again, and I'm going to put a sunscreen over them so they're getting just enough sun, but not too much that they get burnt. And yes, there will be more stuff down here. Okay, I'll leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.